He's Bobby Hurley, the new Buffalo head coach. I thought you wanted to be an assistant coach. You didn't want the drama pressure of being a head coach.
Dan, I'm ready for the challenge. It was a fun 3 years, as you can imagine. Having a chance to work with your brother and spend a lot of time together, and do things that brothers do. You argue sometimes. You obviously share great moments. So it was a terrific 3 years with my brother Dan. Learned a lot of about the game. I'm ready to be a head coach and take over here at the University of Buffalo.
Did you hear the news about Chris Collins going to take the Northwestern job?
I had heard obviously reports that he was very interested and that they were as well. I didn't see that happened. I've been real busy here, Dan, the last 24 hours with the stuff that I've been doing at University of Buffalo.
Did you ever get close to fighting your brother?
No, not in the 3 years. Obviously, growing up, we had our altercations, but nothing to that point in coaching. But that's the one thing about being so close, like we were. We could say almost anything to each other, and be brutally honest with each other because of the relationship we had.
But having the younger brother being the head coach, the older brother being the assistant coach, there was never tension, drama with that.
I don't have a big ego about it. Dan had worked, 15 years as a high school head coach, running one of the best high school programs in the country, and then, I knew how good he was, how talented he is as a coach. So I had no problem, being his assistant, even though I am a year older than him.
Did you call Coach K about this?
Yeah, I did. I spoke with Coach last week, prior to him starting the NCAA tournament. It obviously shows what he's all about, to take the time to talk to me about, the opportunity that I had here at Buffalo. And, so he's obviously a great resource, someone that I obviously, need to talk to about when these opportunities present themselves.
Did you ever get offered an opportunity to be an assistant at Duke?
We never got to that point in discussions, and there hasn't been much of a turnover on staff.
True.
It's been fairly consistent over the years, with Wojo and Chris being there for as long as they have. So it was a great entry point for me to go to Wagner with my brother Dan, and the nature of our relationship and our family. So it made a lot of sense for me to take the route I did.
He's Bobby Hurley, the new Buffalo head coach, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. What's your goal at Buffalo?
Well, I think the school has a lot of potential here. It's a good league. 2 years ago, Ohio University got the Sweet 16. It's obviously, I think it's a sleeping giant. Great resources, state school, great student population. Like to get the fan base behind it. Have some really terrific players in the program. Javon McCray is got an average 18 points and 8 rebounds last year. I'm excited to work with him, and then obviously attract talent to Western New York.
When you look at styles now, Ben Hallen, that style, people, they weren't going to come out and see it at UCLA. We see certain styles, Florida Gulf Coast, people love that style. The ability to be able to change a style to entertain an audience. I mean, you can win. I mentioned Bo Ryan at Wisconsin. It may not be exciting, but he does win. How much of the entertainment aspect, comes into play?
Well, Dan, I want to play an exciting style of play, and I think I'm going to need guys to have a high level of commitment to defend and guard, and I think that's what my background has been all about as a player in Jersey City growing up, and then at Duke. And so I'm going to ask that for my players to give that type of effort at the defensive end. On offense, I don't want to walk the ball up and down the court. I want to try and give the guys freedom to be creative, within the confines, of their limitations as players, and we'll define the roles. But players want to play in a system where they have a chance to use their creativity and showcase their ability. And you could see, how much fun a team like Florida Gulf Coast is having, playing a quicker style.
All right. You meet with your team. Do you show off your championship rings? Do you tell them, yeah, I got a video here. It's a VHS, but here, look at me when I played for Duke here. How have you done that to the kids?
Well, Dan, I wore my Duke back-to-back championship ring just as a reminder for me and beginning to try and stimulate my confidence taking over the position. And I'm in uncharted territory. I'm real excited about it. I want this program to be about competing for championships. So I thought it was important for our players to see that right out of the jump. And that's how I'm going to approach it.
Well, good luck with it, and congrats on making the move to Buffalo. We appreciate it. Thank you, Bobby.
All right, great talking to you, Dan.
Now, Bobby Hurley won 2 national championships. Voice never changed. You still hear that Jersey City. His dad, legendary high school coach. And Danny Hurley has done a very good job, too.